Hello everyone and welcome to the Miami Grand Prix here. Tier 2, round 9, after last time we were here. I wasn't expecting there to be another Tier 2 race, but we are here in Miami for the final part of Season 3. We have Jackie Gabbana leading the championship with 84 points and could, well, not officially wrap it up, but pretty much wrap it up today with a race win. Me and God in P2 with 63 points, followed then by Gurren Potner, who's missed the last 3 races, but the last race he completed when the only races he's completed this season all have been on the podium. Crumbly Cheese behind him. He isn't in the lobby today, although he's trying to get into the lobby, and then Essence Acid in P5. So it's an interesting battle, at least for the top 2, to see who will be racing in Tier 1 next year. But as of now, it's looking like it's just going to be Jackie Gabbana and then one other, and we'll see when that will happen as we finally get E.T. Bear 7 into the session. He can join, but we will watch on with NRG. No, who has overtaken him? Big Loudy. We'll watch on with Big Loudy for his starting lap. As we'll just quickly give Crumbly Cheese another invite, and Right, so we'll go on with Big Loudy here. We've missed his first sector. Obviously he's gone fastest and has got a bit of a gap to Energy Mother, which means that he isn't going slowly, obviously. And it has been a fairly smooth lap so far, as he runs a little bit wide, but he hasn't invalidated it. He's a controller player, and before the race he was complaining about the wings, but he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. And we'll see what kind of lap time he sets, as he kind of had to lift there. It's not what you want to do, going through I think that's turn 16 on the long run down. He scrapes the wall on the run down to the hairpin like corner of turn 17, and we'll see what kind of lap time will be the first banker for Big Loudy as he goes through turn 18 and turn 19, and to the line Big Loudy sets a 129.7. Energy Mother next to the line, 131.1, not the quickest from him, as 2 Magnus has got out of the way from Me and God, who's gone P2. Behind him, I think that was Jackie Gabbana, who's only gone P3. Gurren Potner now, what kind of time can he set? He's going to go P4 just behind. And then it's Queasy B to the line, and Queasy B goes fastest. A great lap from the returning driver in the Alpine. He is currently P9 in the championship, and may not be P9 for much longer if he's going to stick this on pole position. Essence Acid next to cross the line. Won't be a bad lap indeed from him. He'll stick his car P6. Etiber and Harrison are 2. Ooh, gets very close there to, I think that was Me and God. Harrison's only on an out lap. Speedy Boy is on a lap. Can he be a Speedy Boy as he heads into the turn 17 chicane? And he's going to come to the line now, and he is going to set the fastest time of all, a 129 flat. What a driver he's been since he's got here, and that's a very fast time. It's going to be a tough one to beat for some of the drivers. We're right on board with XD Harrison, who's yet to set a lap and is on his hot lap at the moment. He's gone quickest in sector 1. which could be interesting as the race, or as the lap comes to a close. As through the boring sections, we'll just quickly try and give Crumbly Cheese another invite. So here comes XD Harrison as he gets to the end of Sector 2, and his time is also going to be purple. So we'll see now whether or not that will be pole position or not. He heads down into turn 17 in this very tricky track, but everything has gone so smooth at the moment, no incidents, not even much spinning other than the mistake Magnus made at the end of his lap. XD Harrison to the line. It's going to be a rapid time from him. It's a 1:28.8. What a lap from the Haas driver, and he puts his car on pole position for now. ET Bear 7 also on a lap. Another new driver just into the league there last week. He's had a week to practice for this race on his debut now. And obviously he seems to be struggling a bit with lag, but I think he's doing okay there. He says he's gone purple in Sector 2. I don't know if that's right or wrong. We'll find out now as his lap comes to a close down into the turn 17 chicane. Behind him, I think that is Queasy B on an out lap, or maybe no, maybe it's me and God. ET Bear 7, solid lap goes P7 to Magnus, another one yet to set a time. I think that's actually Goran Potner, who's 6/10 up on his time. What kind of lap will he set now? P8 at the moment, and that's going to be improved to P3. That is not a bad lap indeed. Harrison obviously on a cool down lap. Magnus the only driver not to set a lap. I'll just get Jesper into the lobby now. Here we go, Magnus on the run down to turn 17. What kind of lap time can he put together? He hasn't been notably a very quick driver, still waiting for his first podium, unlike his friend Mudder, Energy Mudder, getting his first one last race. He's improved on his friend Energy Mudder, and he has gone into the top 10. Next across the line, that seems to be Queasy B. Obviously he was on provisional pole at one stage. I don't know if this means he's on it. I think he's only on his out lap and he's starting his lap now. Yeah. Energy Mudder, who's on a lap and hasn't been able to improve. That was Big Loudy who crossed the line, and he's starting his lap now. ET Bear is into the pit lane for the Essence Acid. Is he on a lap? It says 2 minutes. I think that just means this is out lap. I don't know. Yeah, he's only before the ZRS now. He's only starting his lap now. Jackie Gabbana, he is on a flying lap. That's most definitely 1:04, which he heads around the final few corners. No, he's not. He's only starting his lap. This is quite confusing. You know, go on, partner or something. Easy B, who's gone fastest in the middle sector. Goes a little bit wide through the final chicane and just touches the wall out of turn 17. That's not great indeed, but we'll see now what kind of time Queasy B will set. He's gone fastest, so 1:28.6. By much. Out to the line, improves. Again, not by much, but has jumped me and God. Essence Acid, ever so slightly up on his time. through the final few corners. Essence Acid. No, he made a bit of a mistake there. Jesper is going to get out now for his flying lap. Ricky Bear is on an out lap along with Goran Potner. Behind him, Me and God on a flying lap, I think it is. I don't know if he's up in his time. We'll see now as he comes through the middle sector. And he is. He's 4/10 up in his time. So this could definitely put him close into the top 4 possibly. We'll soon find out when he gets to the end of his lap. He has XD Harrison behind him, but he's not on a lap, as everyone is starting to leave now for their final flying laps. Me and God is going to come round the final corner for his final flying lap. With DRS just before the line, Me and God goes P4. Not a bad lap indeed, but could it be beaten? Harrison has only just started his lap right there. Jesper starting his. Speedy Boy still hasn't left the pit lane yet, which shows a lot of confidence. We'll see if he does come out eventually, but Queasy B is out and he just needs to gain time. That's all he needs to do. Gain time and he's going to be on provisional pole. But we'll find out if that's going to happen or not. E.T. Bear, he has invalidated. Goran Potner hasn't, and he's going to hope that the Alfa Romeo driver gets out of his way. Oh, and he hasn't, and that's not going to help Goran Potner. Validated, that could possibly be a quali ban. Who is this A1 Snipes? Hold on, who's the other Haas driver? The other Haas driver is Daryl, so it's not him. So we're going to have to start a new lobby because that guy cannot be here. Essence Acid is about to start his lap. No, he's out of fuel, I think. Is he? Or no, he's starting. I think he's starting his lap now. Yep, he's starting to burn the ERS. And he is on his way. Speedy Boy is on a lap. This A1 Snipes guy. Luckily he's in the middle of nowhere, and that is lucky, but he shouldn't be here. But we'll get to the end of Jackie Gabbana's lap. No, he's starting his lap, and I think that's going to be the same. No, Jesper coming to the end of his lap. What kind of time can he set? His only time, and it's going to be the top 10 for the Mercedes driver. Next across the line will be this guy, whoever he is, and race all he wants in this quali session. You better not get in the way of anyone, don't think he will. NRG Mother saving the ERS, hopefully that he can go again right now if he has enough fuel. We'll see. He starts his final quali lap. E.T. Bear's out. I don't know if he'll get around in time. We'll find out if he does or not. Next across the line is Queasy B to start his final flying lap, I think it's going to be. He needs to improve just ever so slightly. Next, Essence Acid on a lap. He's just ever so slightly up. It's not going to be enough to improve on unless he improves drastically to the final few corners here. Essence Acid to the line. DRS, it's going to still be P9, and that's qualifying over for the Alpha Tauri driver. Oren Potner was next. I think he's starting his lap. 2 Magnus also only starting his lap. This Big Loudy comes to the end, and I think that's qualifying over for him. Jackie Gabbana, 6/10 up in his time. Where will he put his car? P6 brings the end of his qualifying. This is the A1 Snipes guy. Okay. Speedy Boy has ended his lap. Jesper is starting, I think, his final flying lap as 2 people come very close at the end. NRG Mother, and I think that's E.T. Bear, who's about to start. Will he make it? He will make the line, and he will start the final flying lap. NRG Mother, that's qualifying over for him. XT Harrison, I think he's only starting his lap there now, as Queasy B does not improve, which means that Speedy Boy is still on provisional pole. Queasy B is going to still be on the front row. XT Harrison made the line and has ERS. He's going to be the last person to finish qualifying. Me and God crossed the line there. He'll start P5. Essence Acid, he is finished, and he will start P9. Behind him, Goran Potner, he's on a lap. What kind of lap will Potner set? He'll go P4. So that's a good lap indeed. 2 Magnus, he's next. Can't improve. And Big Loudy is going to stay in P8. Jackie Gabbana, he's 6/10 down, but he's going to cross the line anyway to finish off his qualifying session. As I think the only person left on a lap now is XT Harrison. He's 2/10 up, and if he's done enough here, I think XT Harrison could snatch pole position here as he gets to the end of his final flying lap. He's going to be the last driver to cross the line. Well, E.T. Bear too, he made the line, but he's 2/10 down unless he makes dramatic time through these final few corners. I don't think he'll do anything. XT Harrison could. To the line he goes. Harrison, it's pole position for the Haas driver. What a lap, a 1:28.4, and he is on pole for the race just after this. Wow, what a lap from the Haas driver there, and that is pole position. it up. Okay, so even better. We have gained 2 drivers who couldn't. Obviously, Crumbly Trees failed to join. He's in now. He'll start 13th, and then 14th will be Antlav, another person who failed to join, but he's in now. So we've got 14 drivers. We've got a grid of 12 who done qualifying, and we should have a fantastic race ahead of us as we head to the Miami GP. It's an all-dry race. Unlike, I think, what was Japan was like. There was a bit of rain, I think, in Japan. So hopefully there are some exciting moments. But we'll see now with Jackie Gabbana, I think, only starting P5, if he'll be able to maintain his large gap at the front of the championship. Obviously, XD Harrison on pole won the race in Azerbaijan. And he should be one of the favourites to win this race altogether, and possibly move up into maybe even P3 if all things go well for him. Obviously, also on the front row alongside him, Speedy Boy, who finished P4 in Tier 1, and he will be hoping for his first race win of the season. Behind him, Queasy B in P3, obviously finished P2 in Monza and P4 in Britain, obviously DNF then in Japan, but he's hoping again, like XD Harrison, to get up that mark and possibly maybe even get up into the top 3. We'll soon find out as the race goes on, as we'll see now once we get the tyre display up on who goes with who. Every single driver on the grid has chosen the hard compound tyre. As the light goes green, we're underway and the cars are moving for the formation lap. If I had a co-commentator, I'd ask who is the favourite, but for myself, for my own prediction, I'm going to go XD Harrison for the win. I'm going to go Speedy Boy P2, and I'm going to go Goran Potner P3. I think he may get Queasy B off the line, and I just think he will have the out-and-out race pace. I don't think Jackie Gabbana will have a good race today. Obviously the pressure's on to possibly win this title and put your name on the Wall of Fame. I think that's what it's called anyway. What do we call it? No, the CTCR Champions. That's all it is. Yeah. But he has a chance now to put his name up there as a Tier 2 winner and get up into Tier 1, so everything is under pressure. Here are the tyre strategies. Most people on the hards will be going for that one stop to laps 16 and 24, but there is the option of a 2 stop. We'll soon find out if that will happen or not. Seems like Big Loudy had some problems, and I think along with Antlav, well, Antlav is just staying last. But no, I think that's Big Loudy who's having some major problems, and he's going to have to catch up because the rule is there. He can get a quali ban if he's not within 10 car lengths, so if you're listening, Loudy, let's speed it up a bit. Otherwise, I think everyone's in order. Yeah, Energy Mother to Magnus, Jesper, then it's Essence Acid. Yep, it's been a clean formation lap. As we'll switch with Harrison, as we see all the cars swerving, trying to get heat into those hard tyres, which are so hard to warm up. But we'll soon find out what will happen on the run down into turn 1. As, Harrison tried a little drift around that final corner there and instead has spun the car. So that is not a great thing to do on the formation lap, but he should be able just to re-overtake these two guys. He almost went into Speedy Boy, but obviously everyone is ghosted under this part of the track. As Harrison does manage to park the car. As we try and get a camera angle, a good camera angle. I don't think we'll get one. But that is going to be that. So here we go. We will get the light glitch. The revs are going. It's lights out and away we go. Harrison gets a good reaction. Queasy B looks like he's got a fantastic reaction on the run down into turn 1. Who's that? It's a Ferrari getting very close and someone is touched. It's all contact, but no one's been spun round yet. Harrison gets a great lead. Who's that in the McLaren that's got a great start? I think that's 2 Magnus. Oh, he got a drive-through penalty for a jump start. He's all the way up into P2 as Essence Acid looks to have been pushed wide. Queasy B is quite all over the place there. There's a Ferrari spinning, AlphaTauri spinning, and something massive has crashed back there. And it's involved 3 cars there. Jesper, Goran Potner and Essence Acid all have crashed out at the start of this Grand Prix, and I don't think any of them have got damage yet. No, it looks like Essence Acid has lost an end plate there, a left end plate, and that is not great at all, but it's a dream start for XD Harrison, who's got 2.5 gap now to Speedy Boy. Big Loudy gets a great start, but has to go a little bit wide there out of the long straight, and is quite struggling, I think, with general downforce. Jackie Gabbana, what a fantastic start he's got. He's up in the P4, and if he gets a good exit here, he could possibly get on the back of Big Loudy. But Queasy B, he's fought right back after his poor start. He's on the back of Jackie Gabbana, and will he make a move on the run down to turn 17? It's been a crazy start to the race, as Big Loudy seems to try and defend from Jackie Gabbana, but Jackie Gabbana is going to try it round the outside. Queasy B tries a little switch back on Jackie Gabbana. He's almost forced into the wall. Queasy B's there, he's collided, and that's Big Loudy who's spun round by Queasy B. And he sat there in the middle of the track. He's going to have to get himself off the racing line, and he has dropped positions. 2 Magnus into the pits, I think, to serve that drive-through penalty he received. As everyone else seem to struggling. Etienne obviously got damage, I think, on lap 1. He's in, and he's sped in the pit lane. So Jackie Gabbana has taken the podium, as it looks like Queasy B may be under investigation for that collision, as they've gone wide there and someone's gone off. I think it's Antlav who's spun off and he's lost his front wing. That's not good at all for the Williams driver, who pretty much everyone is going wide through that long right-hander or long left-hander of turn 6, 7 and 8. Those 3 apexes causing trouble for everyone, as 2 Magnus still has a drive through to serve. He just had to get his front wing changed for damage. Obviously everyone is onto the mediums, and they're going to try a 2-stop. Essence Acid has stayed out despite the front wing damage. That could be costly later on in the race, but we'll see how long he can go on those on those hard tyres. But it's all dream starts for XD Harrison. 3 seconds into the lead, as Crumbly Cheese picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Speedy Boy, you could say, could be very happy himself as well with a 2-second gap, as Queasy B and Jackie Gabbana are the 2 that are going to be battling it out for the podium. But Jackie just seems to be saving his battery a lot more than Queasy B, and may seem to get a bit further away from him as the race goes on. But there's been no DNF so far. Everything's been kept clean, as Antlav comes steaming into the pit lane and will pick up a 5-second penalty for an obvious speeding in the pit lane there. As Antlav then just retires from the session, so that's the end of his race. Essence Acid has called it quits on the front wing. He's going to come in, he's going to get that changed. He's going to stick on the medium tyre, and probably will stick back on those hard tyres later on in the race. Oh, he hasn't changed his wing. Oh, it hasn't changed his wing. That could be costly for the AlphaTauri driver. The game didn't change his wing. He has to select yes on the MFD. I know that is a stupid thing that happens with the game. You have to click yes if you've only got minor front wing damage, and he obviously hasn't done that. The Speedy Boy is slowly actually closing this gap to XD Harrison and gaining the gap to Queasy B, who got ahead of Jackie Gabbana. What happened to Jackie Gabbana? Jackie Gabbana's got front wing damage. Ooh, what happened there to him? He's got front wing damage. He's been overtaken by Queasy B and Me and God, and he will be into the pit lane. Oh, that is crucial for the championship, because it means that the likes of Me and God could get some huge points to maybe even catch up and win this championship. We don't know. He's his friend in the Ferrari, Crumbly Cheese, who's going to be right behind him. Jackie Gabbana stays out despite the wing damage. He's going to have to battle with that the same way Essence Acid tried to. I don't think it's going to work. Essence Acid says he set the fastest middle sector. I don't know if that's believable or not, but I think he's going to be into the pit lane for another front wing change. And hopefully he clicked yes this time. No, he's going to stay out. He's setting, obviously, poor lap times, but he's going to just have to deal with it. He's decided to carry on and do that. As 2 Magnus is into the pit lane. This time he's going to serve his drive-through penalty before he gets disqualified, and he will come out in P12. Jester Spiat Game has had 2 pit stops already. And is in P13. He's going to just have to keep that car going and hope for a safety car and able to catch up to XT Harrison, who's not too far away from lapping. Obviously Speedy Boy's teammate, who is kind of maintaining that gap to XT Harrison, just making sure he doesn't make a mistake with Queasy B behind him. He's kind of falling off a bit as Me and God has a little bit of a battle here with Jackie Gabbana, but Jackie Gabbana has decided to call it quits on the front wing. He's into the pit lane. He's going to slow it down in just about in time to that 80 kilometers an hour speed limit. He's going to get into the pits. He's going to change that front wing, and he will come out in approximately, I think, P10. We'll see now as Essence Acid, yeah, he should come out in P10. Gaps are quite stable at the moment, as Essence Acid actually is still doing quite well in P10 there. He's going to hope that he can change that front wing in the next round of pit stops. Obviously he's going to go as long as he can on these mediums and then probably get back onto the hards if another safety car does come out. As he goes, it's a lovely camera angle. The drone footage of the cars are just such a joy to watch. Not much of a joy if Essence Acid goes a little bit wide there, but he'll continue on. He'll keep driving. He always does. Obviously that lap 1 incident was unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver, but he'll move on. He'll keep going, and he'll see if he can maybe do what he done in the United Kingdom and win the race despite only getting P3 because of an earlier reset to track. Goran Potner is slowly gaining on that gap to Energy Mother. He's making his way up the field. Obviously originally started in P4, but is now running P7 because of that spin with Essence Acid and I think Jesper. So he's slowly catching up now to Energy Mother with much more ERS, and you can probably see the likes of Energy Mother derating as he goes wide, and Goran Potner is straight through. No even need for ERS or DRS, although I think he will get DRS anyway. No, actually he won't. Energy Mother will get it. He's not going to use it very well though. That's Jackie Gabbana, who has spun out there in turn 6, 7 and 8, and that may open the gap now to Essence Acid to possibly get close to him and maybe put a bit more pressure on the Red Bull driver. He's had a horrible weekend so far as Energy Mother picks up a penalty for corner cutting. Will pick up the DRS of Goran Potner, but it's going to be way too far back to make the move. as me and God is slowly falling away from Queasy P. So far, so good for the Alpine driver to go for his second podium of the season. But who can stop him? Maybe Crumbly Cheese, P4 in the championship. Goran, who's P3 in the championship. We'll find out about that later on in the race, as Essence Acid, that front wing really is hurting him. He has gone 3 laps on them already, and I'm sure he would love to get onto those hards again, and maybe even go to the end once he changes that front wing properly. It's a quite evenly spread field. That's what Tier 2 is always going to be like. You're always going to have that mix of driver skills, plus the incidents will hold everyone back, but we should see some overtaking later into the race, especially with Goran Potner. As you can keep an eye on him, you can see he's always gaining on Crumbly Cheese, his teammate, and we'll find out how Ferrari will approach that. Will they let Goran through? Have they an agreement on that, maybe, on whoever's quicker? We'll soon find out. XT Harrison, Speedy Boy still just maintaining that gap and not picking up track limit violations. His Energy Mother is now overtaken by Big Loudy. I missed that there. Obviously he must be struggling on corner exit there, Energy Mother, but last race's race winner. Maybe it was a bit of a fluke. Obviously only 2 drivers finished. He's gone wide, he's gone very wide, and he's hit the wall, Energy Mother, and that was a very bad collision. I think there could be debris on the track there. I don't think the VSC will be brought out, but Energy Mother is into the pit lane with her no front wing whatsoever, and we'll have to get that changed, which means that Jackie Cabana will go through to set the fastest lap and get up into P8. Essence Acid next to overtake him, and I think E.T. Bear will also jump him and get up into the top 10. So, last race's race winner goes from bad to worse for him after being overtaken by Goran and Big Loudy. He's then cut the pit lane and also smacked the barriers at turn 17. Obviously, if you don't know already and you are watching this, tune in for tomorrow's race. It's going to be a very interesting one because Psych will not be racing. Psych has told me there just under an hour ago that he cannot race tomorrow, and with the gap between him and Randro being very, very close, if I go to it now, the gap is 13 points. It means that Randro, with just a podium tomorrow, will be in the lead of the championship. Now we'll see what some drivers can do about that, but Randro will be favoured to win, as he almost always is, and we'll see if there's going to be anyone to stop them, as I think Harrison had a bit of a mistake there. But he has managed just to get a little bit closer to him, as there's another yellow flag. It's Energy Mother yet again, who's gone straight on and hit the barriers and is into the pit lane. Essence Acid is into the pit lane. He's finally going to get that front wing changed, something he'd want to do, as I think that is a Red Bull. That is Jackie Cabana once again losing the car as Mother retires in the pit lane. That's the end of his race. Essence Acid back onto the hard tyres. He's made a second pit stop of the race. He's out in P11 as Energy Mother, as I think that's Jackie Cabana who spun again. He's struggling a lot here, and he's collided with E.T. Bear, I'm pretty sure. I don't know whether there was damage or not. I don't think there is. Don't think there was, but Jackie Cabana now picks up a 5-second penalty. Wow, nothing's going right for this driver whatsoever today. From the spin outs, from the collisions, and just from generally poor driving. He is now in P9 and may not even score points today based on what's happening. We've had 2 retirements so far, both in the pit lane. Lots of debris on track, but luckily no even virtual safety car so far. Queasy B is starting to put the foot down a little bit more. As you can see, he's gaining a little bit of time on every try then. Is 1.2 tenths up on his time. Me and God still kind of chasing him down. Goran Potner, you can see in the background, is slowly gaining as E.T. Bear into the pit lane once again, with the damage I think from his collision with Jackie Cabana. Picks up another 5 seconds as well for speeding in the pit lane. Obviously he hasn't remembered that, as Queasy B will keep on board with him because he is on a pretty quick lap at the moment. He is improving on his lap times as the race goes on. He's not using his ERS and he's slowly gaining from me and God, so it could be a comfortable P3, which I'd love to see from the Alpine driver. As he gets to the line, so to lap 2 tenths quicker. Something's happened back there and it's involving me and God, and Crumbly Cheese has got by him. Something's happened back there at sector 3 between those two, whether it's a collision or whether something else has happened, as I think that is Jesper, who spun out, collected someone, got a bit of damage. Oh, almost reverses into his teammate there, manages to avoid it, but he's picked up some damage and he's left the session. Now he shouldn't be doing that at all. So that's Jesper pretty much out of the race now. He's been lapped, and realistically he should rejoin, come into the pit lane and retire. Obviously hasn't done that yet, as these guys, it's a 3-way battle now for P4, and me and God is the one chasing down Crumbly Cheese. Goran Potner behind them. It's all 3 of them having a bit of a battle themselves. We watched them go through the twisty S's of Sector 1, and now it's where it all matters. The straight line speed here of this very, very long, windy but fairly straight. One of the best overtaking opportunities on the circuit, as E.T. Bear picks up 10 seconds. I think that's for cutting with chicane. Me and God is gaining, but obviously not gaining enough. Queasy B crucially picks up 3 seconds despite having a 10-second gap. That won't be good if a safety car comes out towards the end of the race, as these 3 still all chasing each other and then are eventually about to get to the proper straight of this track, the one with no turns. It's just a straight line on the road down to turn 17, as Goran Potner will open his DRS. He's going to be last in the train with the most ERS, and is gaining on me and God, who has no ERS whatsoever. He's going to brake late, he's going to go round the outside. Will he get it done? He's forced wide, but he's kept it on track as they still go side by side. They left each other room. It's clean racing, it's all well and good. DRS activated. Who has more power? It should be Goran Potner, who brakes latest into turn 1 and will take P5 off me and God, and now is going to chase down his teammate who has pretty much the same battery as him. Me and God actually coming back possibly at Goran Potner, who manages to defend well. The Croatian doing an excellent job there, holding off me and God, the American, into Williams, who is going to try just lunge maybe a bit down the inside, but obviously Goran Potner with the wide line will get the better exit and will breeze away from the Williams driver, and now will deploy his ERS himself and will press his own teammate now, almost smacks the wall, but will get by Crumbly Cheese on the road down into turn 11 and 12, kind of the Vietnam Hanoi section of the track, and he will take P4 and now starts to chase down Queasy B with 16 seconds left, 16 laps left of this race. Obviously Ferrari are the team winning the constructors at the moment, and both of them are doing a fantastic job at the moment in staying in the lead. Obviously Alfa Romeo have Big Laudy, who's doing a fine job at the moment. E.T. Bear not quite, down in P11. Then it's Red Bull, who have I think it's 85 in P3. Don't think it is. Yeah, 85 in P3. Still battling. Crumbly Cheese is still right behind his teammates, but has to cut the chicane and picks up another 3-second penalty. It's not what you want to do in that scenario, and that is that's Magnus, is it? It's in the pit lane, so there won't be a safety car more than likely, as Speedy Boy is slowly falling away and is about to catch up now to our final driver, E.T. Bear 7, who's currently in, and he's going to be waved blue flags, and he's going to let the Mercedes by. Crumbly Cheese really struggles in that section and has lost the DRS of his teammate going through that section, which means that the battle for P4 is over, and Speedy Boy is going to be the first of the front runners to enter the pit lane here. Going to be the medium tyres. Where is he going to come out? I think it could possibly be in this battle with the Ferraris. No, just ahead. So luckily for the Mercedes, he doesn't have to get into any battles. He can get straight onto those mediums and start just pumping in the lap times now, hoping to maybe get a bit of a gap on XD Harrison, get close to him, and maybe a safety car could put a spanner in the works as well on XD Harrison's brilliant drive so far, and we'll keep an eye on him out front. Obviously derating on ERS at the moment, but could possibly gain a bit more. He's burning at every single chance he gets just to build this gap, and I'm guessing this is his in-lap. If he is going to burn this much ERS, this is when he would call it quits and get onto the medium tyres. No, he's going to stay out. Next, who's currently in P2 with 3 seconds penalties, crucially, is Queasy B. Is he going to call it quits and going to keep the wide line and come into the pit lane? Yes, he is. So Harrison may be the last to stay out. Speedy Boy will almost definitely overtake him. Goran Potner is also into the pit lane, and Crumbly Cheese obviously will not follow him. They don't want to double stack. Me and God doesn't come in. Big Loudy next. This is the pit window for those guys that have been on the hards on the start. Big Loudy into the pit lane for the medium tyres. You can see the grains on his front left. They are really, really hurting him. Jackie Cabana has done a lot of laps on those mediums, but he's going to, I think, more than likely stay out on his current set of tyres. Now, the interesting thing to be is, will Crumbly Cheese get a better in-lap than Goran Potner will get an out-lap, and possibly jump him by doing the overcut? I will soon find out if that will happen or not. As he heads into the long right-handed section and then into the dreaded uphill chicane, the place he has struggled but takes fairly smoothly indeed, as Harrison is into the pit lane. No drama from the Haas crew. He is just straight in and onto the medium tyres. Now, Speedy Boy is coming around the final chicane now, and I think it's still going to be Harrison in the lead, because he will get to cut this little corner here, as it is, I think, only an 18-second stop. He is closer, Speedy Boy, but not close enough. Harrison stays in the lead as Crumbly Cheese picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding. That is crucial, as he gets on the medium tyres, and with Goran Potner now coming round the final corners, he should be able to re-overtake Crumbly Cheese and Me and God, despite of their overcut attempts, as Essence Acid picks up his time penalty and is joining that crew of people who have 3 seconds. Jackie Cabana has called it quits on those medium tyres. He's more than likely going to come back onto those hards he started on and finish the race on that. No, he's going to go for the soft. He's going to serve his 5-second penalty for the collision with E.T. Bear. He's going to hop on the softs, and we'll soon find out if Essence Acid, who more than likely will go to the end, if he is going to overtake him. I think he will. The AlphaTauri driver is going to pick up now P8, but obviously with Jackie Cabana on the soft, the very fresh softs indeed, and I think, does he have any other penalties? He does. He has 3 seconds, so he's going to have to overtake him on track if he wants at least 4 points away from today, Jackie Cabana, as Crumbly Cheese and Me and God pick up penalties. Me and God really close to the back of Crumbly Cheese now, who obviously has that 5-second time penalty. 14 seconds for Crumbly Cheese. That's going to be crucial, as Me and God, with the DRS active, is going to head down the straight, but doesn't have enough straight line speed to be able to overtake. But five nonetheless. Big Loudy could be the same. He needs to remain within 11 seconds of Crumbly Cheese, and right now he is doing that, so could be P6 for the English Alfa Romeo driver. Speedy Boy has actually gained a little bit of time on Harrison on the mediums. Obviously Harrison's are fresher, but Speedy Boy is going to be able to keep that gap in case of any sort of mistake or maybe even time penalty for Harrison. We'll go to race director and have a look at the incidents. And Speedy Boy himself, I don't think has picked up any warnings. No, and then we'll look at Haas. Hasn't picked up any warnings either. It's literally been as smooth as you'd like for XD Harrison, who sets the fastest lap of the race. It's been very smooth sailing for him, as Jackie Gabbana is now gaining on Essence Acid. See how Essence will defend this one. He will swerve. A little bit of a defensive manoeuvre down into turn 11. But Jackie Gabbana is just going to stay with him now through this long right-hander and should get him on the back straight. We'll see now. They're very, very close to each other. Oh, Essence Acid takes a very wide line, but now he's within 5/10 of the AlphaTauri driver. With the bigger battery and the help of DRS, he shall pull to the inside and should whiz by. There's an incident in Sector 2. It's a Haas. It's XD Harrison. XD Harrison has made a mistake. He's lost his front wing, and Speedy Boy is into the lead of the race. Wow, we've missed that as Jackie Gabbana was overtaken. Essence Acid is into the pit lane, and I think so too will be XD Harrison. It's absolute drama, as there's someone else who's lost a car. It's Jackie Gabbana. Everything has gone wrong for the leaders today. Harrison's decided to stay out as E.T. Bear gets by Essence Acid. Speedy Boy into the lead of the race. Wow, how crucial is that, as Essence Acid will come out ahead of them and will start to chase down possibly E.T. Bear, as I think that's Jackie Gabbana who's spun again. This time has lost his front wing. That's crucial, and it looks like it's on track. Will there at least even be a VSC this race? It looks like they've got it cleared already, as E.T. Bear is going to go down the inside of Jackie Gabbana, who's lost his front wing obviously through that long left-hander, as Essence Acid won't be close enough to get DRS, but with the soft tyres and the front wing advantage, he should be able to re-overtake. But it's crucial for Harrison, who could possibly be gapped now by Queasy B if he does come into the pits at the end. We'll see if he decides to do that or not, is the question. More than likely, I think he might try and just stay out and do what Lewis Hamilton done in Jeddah and just keep up that pace even without it, as Harrison picks up a penalty now for corner cutting. So now it's all in the hands of Queasy B if he can catch up enough to be able to take the P2 off of Harrison. But it's looking so smooth now for Speedy Boy to take home his first race win of the season, as Jackie Gabbana is into the pits, and this is a rare sight. The championship leader is lapped. It's not been smooth sailing for him, and I told you it could be a bit of a shaky race for him, as XD Harrison follows him. XD Harrison follows him. Someone spun out. It's Essence Acid who's spun out. He's obviously got on the curb a bit too much, as 2 Magnus leaves the session after a little bit of waiting, and obviously Essence Acid's now been lapped. So Jackie Gabbana and obviously Queasy B has overtaken XD Harrison, and Goran Potner is going to try and close the gap to XD Harrison. We'll soon find out about that. What a race it's been, and for Queasy B it's looking like another P2 for the Alpine driver. Jackie Gabbana moves out of the way for blue flags, and Goran Potner will maybe actually even get DRS off the Red Bull. No, he won't, but he will try and burn, make sure he gets out of the way and chase down XD Harrison, despite XD Harrison being on the soft compound tyres. Crumbly cheese was overtaken by me and God in the midst of all that, but has stayed with him in order to try and maintain that gap. Me and God looks to have gotten even further ahead as E.T. Bear is into the pit lane for the soft tyres. Crumbly Cheese has picked up another 3-second penalty through that dreaded section. 17 seconds for him now. E.T. Bear has picked up 20, and Essence Acid is up in the P8, but obviously a minute behind the other drivers. But to be fair, the top 7 are fairly close to each other, as Big Loudy is going to go for it on Crumbly Cheese. They go very close, but they haven't touched. They're forcing each other, they're battling really, really hard, but Crumbly Cheese got the elbows out and managed to just defend his position for now. That's a yellow flag. That's E.T. Bear coming out of the pit lane, and he's put it sideways and has lost his front wing. Ooh, we're getting very close, but there's going to be no collision, and E.T. Bear has left the session. As Big Loudy finally does get by Crumbly Cheese and takes P6, but Crumbly Cheese maybe try to come back at him. E.T. Bear's into the pit lane again to change his tyres. Crumbly Cheese's gap to Big Loudy is slowly growing, and it's going to be only P7, I think, because he is well far enough away from Essence Acid. Luckily 14 seconds away. It's going to be a battle of the AIs here, because E.T. Bear disconnected and Jesper left, so it's going to be interesting to see. Who will come out? I think Jesper obviously left, so he's going to be disqualified anyway, so that won't matter. Speedy Boy now is an 11-second gap to Queasy B, and although Harrison is gaining on Queasy B, I don't think he'll gain enough on these final few laps in order to overtake. Goran Potner is slowly falling behind, so he's not going to be far enough behind to be able to take the podium off him. So looking like, as of now, that's going to be our podium for today. Me and God will finish P5 with Big Loudy in P6. Crumbly Cheese will finish... No, actually, Big Loudy could get P5 if all things go well for him and he doesn't drop too far back from me and God. Crumbly Cheese will finish P7 with Essence Acid P8, Jackie Gabbana P9 and E.T. Bear P10. As we'll just watch a few laps. Oh, never mind. Yellow flag. It's Jackie Gabbana again. He has had an absolute mare today. He has spun out of 6, 7 and 8 and has dropped even further away from Essence Acid and is almost about to be lapped twice. Whew. Jackie Gabbana is into the pit lane. He's going to want to rob that fastest lap off. I think it's Harrison at the moment. He's in for more soft tyres. Will try and pick up 3 points for himself instead of just 2. Queasy B picks up a 3-second time penalty, which puts his total to 6, but it doesn't look like Harrison will be close enough to even get within 3 seconds on these final few laps. Queasy B is about to lap Essence Acid next for P2. Ooh. Ooh, somebody's close there. Oh no, it's just these two. Oh no, never mind. That's Speedy Boy and Etty there. It's a yellow flag. It's Speedy Boy. Speedy Boy's run out of fuel. Oh, it's disaster. Disaster for the Mercedes team. Disaster for XD Harrison. As he's ran out of fuel. Oh my days. How terrible this could be. He has to go 2 laps on low fuel mode and may possibly drop down to P7. Queasy B is going to try chase. Queasy B's out. He's hit the wall. Oh, chance of a first race win goes astray. Queasy B hits the wall too early while trying to unlap Essence Acid. To lap Essence Acid, which gives the chance back to XD Harrison in order to re-overtake Speedy Boy for the win. Maybe it's written for XD Harrison to win this race nonetheless, because Speedy Boy is going extremely slow and XD Harrison is just going to have to cruise home with 2 laps to go. They all thought there'd be safety cars, a chance to save fuel. There wasn't, and Speedy Boy is going to suffer. Queasy B, oh how heartbreaking that is for him, as Goran Potner should finish in P2. As he's just going to have to pick up the pace just a little bit more. It looks like it's going to be a Me and God podium, possibly actually a Big Loudy podium by the looks of things. No, Big Loudy also picked up 3 seconds, so he's going to have to be a bit quicker than that for these last few laps if he wants to try get ahead of Me and God. He's going to push to the living hell to try and do it, but they're going to have to all overtake Speedy Boy quickly, who obviously ran out of fuel. How unbelievable is this end to the race? Queasy Boy is straight out of here, and maybe that could have been something to do with him and Essence Acid, as he's been overtaken now by Goran Potner. He's been overtaken by Me and God, and shortly by Big Loudy, and next will probably be Crumbly Cheese, and then he should be okay. But how heartbreaking is that for Queasy B? The first race win was on, and he hit that wall there on the left, which put him out of this race. Oh, how heartbreaking. There's yellow flags everywhere. Harrison's run out of fuel. Oh, will he make it to the end? What a dramatic end to the Tier 2 race here today. He has 17 seconds gap between himself and Goran Potner to be able to win this race, and obviously with 6 seconds of penalties as well, I don't think he's going to win this race. But Me and God is right on the back of Goran Potner too. Will Me and God overtake and win this race? Oh my days, I haven't seen a more dramatic ending ever to a Grand Prix other than this. It's 4 cars all battling for the win, and in the end actually it could be Harrison who will get it maybe, because we'll see how cool and collective Goran Potner is towards the end of the race. Obviously he won, I think, in was it Hungary, and I think he is going to win today because Harrison is going way too slow down there, and Goran Potner will fly by. Me and God will be next, and so too will Big Lady, who almost crashed into the back of him. Me and God's gone for it, and Goran Potner, he's crashed into him, but Goran Potner's going to stay composed because on penalties he will win anyway. Me and God tried the optimistic dive, that didn't work, so it's going to be Goran Potner to win this Grand Prix. Me and God in P2 with Big Loudy P3. Harrison, oh, I thought he was going to win it, but he didn't. It's P4 for him. Crumbly Cheese P5. Speedy Boy slowly will crowd craze back down to P6, and we'll have a look. Essence Acid out on a lap if he can set the fastest one. Jackie Gabbana, he's going to get to the line. He's been lapped, so that's the end of his race. No fastest lap for him. But Essence Acid 8 tenths up, and he himself has ran out of fuel. Everyone's ran out of fuel here today. Speedy Boy gets to the line and finishes P6. Essence Acid will finish in P7. Jackie Gabbana P8, and Etty Bear will finish in P9, as Jesper Speed Game has been disqualified for leaving mid-session, as we just wait for Essence Acid to P2, Big God P2, Big Loudy P3, XC Harrison P4, Crumbly Trees P5, Speedy Boy P6, Essence Acid P7, Jackie Gabbana P8, and Etty Bear will finish P9 because Jesper Speed Game will finish P10, DNF, Queasy B P11, 2 Magnus P12, NRG 13th, and Antlav P14. So we go to incidents and scroll through just to make sure have everyone's possible penalties. That has been the Miami Grand Prix, and what a race it was. Thank you, and we'll see you all later.